Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to beautiful Brighton. It is a festival of football in the under-14 division, and just a few minutes ago we saw Clarence and North Hobart go round, and now we have Lauderdale in the black and red stripes, v Brighton in their navy blue and red, playing on their home deck in front of their adoring home crowd fans, as it is the visitors who strike first blow and picking up that ball. Well done there by Moresby. Moresby looking to bring one of his teammates into it. Can't get away. Well tackled there by Burgess. Burgess trying to push that one aloft. Well played there by the Bombers. And here they come, the home team. Well played by Brighton as they get that ball forward. Only goes as far as Moresby. Moresby gets the handball back out. Brighton at the back of the pack there. They're trying to team that one up. Well done by them. Get into a little bit of dangerous position. It was Mason who gets the quick kick-off for Brighton. Goes out further afield. That one was Henderson for Lauderdale. Getting the give and go. Supporting the old Leo Sayer there with that toop. As the ball goes over and it comes into the hands of coach George Sterling, who throws it back into the umpire. So about a minute gone in this game. It's the last game here at Brighton. It's been a wonderful day of football in very good conditions. A little bit blustery, but nevertheless the skills have been very, very good from the young fellas. It comes back inside, and that's a very strong mark taken by Lauderdale. Terrific work there, as that one was taken by, I think that might have been Waller. Good tackle right in the middle. Well played there. Terrific work by Mafui as he was dispossessed, and he goes back in to get it again. That's a long, strong kick towards the line, and only goes towards Davis, who can't quite bring that one in as it goes over the line, and the umpire will come in and bounce that one aloft. So
blustery conditions. I tell you what's blowing an absolute gale here, my friend.
It is blowing a gale, my friend, and welcome to you, Duff, who've just made it in.
It's Bill Laurie up here in the commentary box. Bill Laurie from Victoria.
Yes, it is. I just thought for a minute, it is blowy conditions, and you've been there all day. And have a look at that for a snap for goal, almost, and just off for the minor score. Well, thank you. We go back to you, Duff, from your weather wall there. You can give us the lowdown on what is happening and what is coming.
Yes, well, as you can see, it's blowing an absolute gale from right to left here at the moment.
Well, it looks like I'm very lucky. It's just Silver Fox Hopwood down here in the commentary tower, but up in the weather wall, it looks like I've got all the stars from Wide World of Sports. I don't know how long they're going to be with me, as that is Brighton taking a one-handed dupe up there. So nice play that one. Oh, arching the back just under the ball. I think that was Griffiths. Was good enough to go back in and get it again. Here is the big wild-haired Mafui, big strong rooster. Gets a little handball out to Curran. Curran then dispossessed. That's a good strong tackle. And I think that might have been done by Rainey. And Rainey to get the free kick there, Duff.
Now, Hoppy, it's Martin Duffy back here in the commentary box.
Oh, great to welcome you, Duff, for the first time.
No, thank you very much. And what's your tip for this big match?
I'm tipping the football will be the winner. There is no doubt about that. It's going to be a very close encounter. They're pretty evenly matched, I would have thought. I think the home deck will certainly suit Brighton, but they're very determined mob down there at the Dale, and guess they are used to those blustery conditions down at Skybus Park, Duff.
Oh, very, very windy area. Of course, they're getting a new ground down at that area, aren't they? There's plans for that. We'll come back to that in a moment, though.
Yes, there are, but that was nice play, and that is a good a mullet as you ever see going around as well by Felix Williams, Duff. They're very flea-flame. They've got a couple here, and of course that was something that was very well thought of last year when we had to vote on the mullet of the year, and we're looking forward to people voting again this year, Duff. And I tell you what, Felix Williams, when you look at that, he's got his nose in front.
Of course, we're going to be running a competition in conjunction with our friends out at Mona. It's going to be called the Mona Mullet of the Year.
Yeah, we look forward to that. So at the moment, we want you to text in with your mullet, and there is Felix Williams. I reckon he's the clubhouse leader, Duff, so far. As arching the back, going really well, is Jet by name and Jet by nature Evans, who really put the afterburners on and just taking their time here. And Brighton, of course, Duff, kicking against the said breeze.
Yes, it's about a 4-goal breeze, I believe. Look at that. That ball's gone the other direction now.
So when do we say a breeze becomes a gale? 4 goals?
Yeah, I'd say about 4 goals. You're on the money.
Okay. So they're picking up the ball. Here he goes. I've just made that mistake there, Duff. That was Kyden, I think, Waller, not Williams. I've just sort of correct that one. But there is Mafui with that long. He's had a couple of big long boots, hasn't he, Duff? But just a little bit inaccurate on his disposal.
Hoppy, I couldn't believe Mrs. Williams from the Lauderdale Football Club would allow her son to have a mullet that you're describing.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And so the umpire will put that one. I'll tell you what, talking of umpiring, how about our goal umpires from last game, Duff? How good were they?
They were in very good form. Very good.
Umpire Byrne, who very much enjoys the stage life.
Yes.
So he's come off from his stretch guitar straight on to doing the 2 flags, as that is a good kick for goal. It's just from Cade Davis there, Duff, just gone to the near side and hit the post.
Do you think that should be play on, Andrew?
Well, it's an interesting one, Duff. There's been a lot of conjecture about that one, hasn't there?
To make it exciting in a moment like that. The ball came back into play. Maybe on the Mood Food replay we can have a look at that.
I think you're right. So, Duff, was that brought in that not particularly well patronage, what was it called, Footy X?
Oh, they had it in there today.
I'm sure they trialled when the ball was hit and came back out, you could pick it up and put it through for a goal, so you get a second option.
No, I like the traditional rules of Aussie rules, and I think that's one that should not be changed.
Well, there is the kick by Mafui going inside the 50 again. He lowered his eyes nicely on that particular occasion, but Brighton were awake up to it, and they were able to cut that one off, as that was Giddis just quickly playing on as quickly as he can. It comes over the back, only goes as far as McCready. McCready looked to go back inside the 50, but I tell you what, Duff, the Brighton boys, as you know, we came out and had a look at them train during the week, and they had the tackle bags out, didn't they?
They did. They were just like, for about 40 minutes, they were just tackling the tackle bags.
Yeah, I know that it was Coach Williams just said to them, fellas, I think what we need to do is really work on our tackling. And the thing that they also had, which was great, was one of the greats of the Brighton club, Jezza Jones, was out here assisting.
Oh, Jezza.
Yeah, so Jezza was from the top tower. Yeah, that's right, fellas. You're doing a great job. So it was great to see Jezza Jones assisting. And he's a great club man, Duff.
Great club man. So much so that they've named the new complex out here the Jezza Jones Stadium.
Quite right, too. Absolutely. Look at that great vertical leap by Cody Quarrell, who tapped it down for the Brighton. And they've got good numbers, got 23-odd players there, and they are doing a really, really good job. So it is the under-14A2 division here, Duff. And have you liked what you've seen in filming today in the under-14 division, Duff?
In all honesty, it's been high-class footy in sometimes very trying conditions. And already I think the boys are adapting very well out here to the conditions. Oh,
that's really good to hear. You're quite right. And here is a very, very costly 50-metre.
You've just got to go long, but try and still hit a target, don't you? You don't want to blast away.
Yep.
But you don't want to muck around with the ball with little short passes or anything.
I absolutely agree, Duff. You've certainly got to lower your eyes. That's a really good tackle. Holding the ball, I think, on that particular occasion, it was Bo Thorpe who was beset upon by Davis, and Davis now has been rewarded, as we see here on the Mood Food replay. Good play there by Davis, Duffy. Missed it, but that's the second effort, and that's what you want from your players, isn't it? To keep going. Never give it away.
Good tackle, and now kick on goal.
So it is Davis. Arch in the back, comes in.
Nice.
Very deliberate look on goal. He went to the right side thinking that one might just swing back, but didn't come back enough, and through for the minor score.
Now, Andrew, what's your take on the Lauderdale Football Club jumper? It's an interesting one. They call themselves the Bombers, but they've got the hoops going on there. What's the history behind that?
Well, I think, Duff, it all came about from the top, which was the State League. And in the State League, of course, there was 2 Bombers, one being the Northern Bombers and one being the Southern Bombers. So it was decided that the Southern Bombers would change their strip slightly, and before they were the Bombers, Duff, they were the Cats, of course, who were the Hoops. So now you've got the best of both worlds. You've got a bit of tradition with the former Cats into the new iteration, which is the Bombers with the new colours.
Yeah, no, I like that. And I think the Brighton Footy Club's updated their strip recently, but they've kept the old Mangalore Robin look about their jumper, which is great.
It's a lot of red there, Duff, isn't it, in that V?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
It's a very, very good-looking Guernsey, and I tell you what, there's some good-looking roosters out there with strong of body, and look at that. That was arching around and dodging one, then two. Did a very nice job with the Lauderdale players, and they go back inside again as Mafui trying to force that way down. He's had plenty of the ball. I think it was Morrisby as well who was assisting him. There is Gittis, can't pick it up and kicking it off the ground. As you alluded to before, Duff, this is a very strong wind, and so you would like to think, if you are a Lauderdale supporter, and hello to our very dear friends down there in the Bayside suburb of Lauderdale who are watching the coverage. I know they love Duff TV down there, and they'll be watching this very, very intently, because they were celebrating yesterday, Duff, for the first time in the club's history. They had 4 wins from 4 go-rounds in the Leiden Lady Bombers won on the Friday night, which set the scene, and then the under 18s Development League, as well as the seniors, all won yesterday. So they'll be looking to go one better and get 5 from today. So here's Mafui. He tries to get that snap, and they're being just a little bit wasteful, Duff.
Yeah, well, I mean, looking at the scoreboard, that's 3 behinds in a row. And we're nearing the end of the first quarter with what we think is about a 3 to 4 goal breeze. So, yep, very wasteful.
So now they do go wide. Couldn't quite bring in the mark. It is very, very close to the boundary line as Angus Curran tries to bring that one. He does so very cleverly, but only to assist the Brighton boys as they are there and have the numbers. Goes the handball back inside. Oh, this is a good teamwork there by the Robins as they now go in towards their attacking area. Running hard back there is Pacey Main for Lauderdale, who picks it up. I tell you what, Duff, there's a few lads who have got that curly locks. They've got the Leo Sayer happening, haven't they?
Yeah, number 14 there. I think I remember him from Friday Night Football last year.
Yes.
Had a good game for Lauderdale in the under-13s.
That's right. That was Pace Main. He's going around then, as well as Sebastian Henderson and Mohina Mafui. So they've got plenty of big toops. A lot of hair down there at Lauderdale, Duff. It is now the ball in dispute near the 13-minute mark, and here go Brighton. They haven't had it inside their 50, so wouldn't they love to eke out a quick goal here, as it is now going to be a ball up. They'll be brought in 10 metres in from the Brighton end goal. Of course, the breeze is down towards the highway end, because that road's not quite as busy anymore, Duff, as the freeway has gone in.
Oh, no, they've made a big difference. You know that you save about 33 seconds by taking the bypass.
Oh, that's just fantastic, isn't it? So all that money spent and we save 33 seconds. That's great.
No, it's a growing area, Andrew. It was a very, very important addition to the local community.
Well, the only thing that was important as far as I was concerned, Duff, as long as that detour went past Brighton's best bakehouse, because I know on my way up, I went in and had one of their award-winning best pie in the country, Thai chicken pies.
I'll tell you what, they're on here.
They are on here, and that was beautiful place by Pace Maney. Gets it back inside, but look, dodging back, taking a mark is Lovell. Gee, that was good timing there by Lovell to try and pull that one in.
Yeah.
Did a good job there to hold his ground. Dangerously goes back inboard. And a strong mark taken here by Lauderdale. You can see there, that was a terrific mark taken by Lovell. So the ball is now loose. That's weeding for Lauderdale, who's been dispossessed. Just comes back over, that's strong in the core. Here goes Mafui, gets it back towards the goal. He's been peppering away so far, Duff, but has not been able to get a major. It's a low percentage shot, though, from out wide.
Yeah.
Just get it to that top of the square, about 15 out. That's where the forwards like it.
I think he had a look up though. He had a glance.
Did, no doubt about it.
There was nobody there though, Hoppy. So maybe the forwards just need to present a little bit harder.
Yeah, I like that. The present when you lead, be just dedicated to come hard and strong, as the siren has gone here at quarter time, which shows the Brighton's best Bakehouse scoreboard. A Lauderdale, no goals, 5 behinds, 5 to Brighton, 1 behind. But a very even encounter there, Duff.
No, I enjoyed that quarter. I think Brighton would be very, very happy. And Lauderdale, gee, they had to be a bit disappointed. They didn't really have a lot of set shots at goals, all sort of snaps around the corner and all rush behinds, but 5 behinds to 1 behind against what is, or with a 4-goal breeze. I think they'd be a little bit disappointed there. It's Coach Williams, isn't it, that's got Lauderdale?
No, Coach Sterling and Coach Williams for Brighton.
Oh, I've got them around the wrong way.
That's all right, Duff. So as you get your coaches sorted out, it's a chance now to have your cup of tea, as we're going to take our first break here in the Under-14A2 division, and we'll be back with the second quarter very shortly.
This program brought to you by IGA, where the locals matter.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
Brighton's best Bakehouse. Love that homemade taste. Brighton's best Bakehouse. Delicious in every way. Loving the taste. Love it homemade. Their own recipes. Freshly baked. Brighton's best Bakehouse. Love that homemade taste.
We're back underway here at the Thompson Oval, and it is Lauderdale who come out of the blocks as Mafui, big, long, raking kick, but there taking the mark is Hill. Hill goes out wide, just out to the half-back flank. Big, strong tackle, told to play on, and well played there by Mason. Mason back down towards the wing. Here's a nice handball out. Coming through, good punch out is Henderson. Good play by him. Now it comes back further afield. Good hands now, Mafui. Mafui gets the short kick. He's working really hard through the centre area. Now he just bursts his way through. He's pushed over, but now he goes again. Have a look at this, just the stoic nature of this young fella who just doesn't give it in at all costs.
Like a steam train.
He is like a steam train, isn't he, Duffy? He really goes hard as that ball gets close towards the boundary line. Just arching the back, there is Jet Evans. You won't forget that name, Duff, the way he's so speedy as it comes down, and unfortunately I think that's just gone off the boot of the Lauderdale defender.
Look out for Evans, shows a real touch of class, but yeah, no, out in the full here, so a good chance for Brighton to open the account for the first goal. No, the umpire said give it to me. Gee, I could have thought that was out in the full, Andrew.
I think you're right, Duff, but anyway, that's the way it goes. So we have to go with the umpire. She's just a little bit closer than us, so that was getting close to the line, trying to find a handball. That was good play. Back inside. It is Brighton who picked that one up. That's Mason. Mason goes further. That's a really, really good mark by the Jet Evans, who goes back and will have a shot. He'll probably just come around here, Duff.
Jet Evans is a jet.
He's a ripper. He so far looks good. He's speedy. He's fleet of foot. He's going to do the traditional drop punt, Duff. That's a very unusual kick. But when you got a kick like that, the Jets' engines are up and about for Brighton, and that's the first goal of the game. Beautiful work there by Jet Evans. That is a name to remember, Duff.
Oh, tell you what, I picked it.
As we see here on the Mood Food replay.
Yeah, talk us through
it. Look, Duffy, I love the way he stood in front of his opponent, and he had no idea what was going to come at him from behind. And he just stood tall with a beautiful vertical leap and went back with the perfect drop punt right through the middle of the goal.
No wonder
terrific.
No wonder Coach Williams has got him down at centre half forward.
Oh yeah, no, he looks a very, very good player. So Brighton draw the first blood here as a quick handball comes out. I think that was Henderson. Good play by him. He gets that handball working. But it is Brighton now through the agency of Thorpe. Comes back indoors. Nice play here by Lauderdale. They're just fighting very hard to keep this one out. But good early signs from Brighton to take advantage of that breeze, Duff.
Yeah, it actually just feels as though the breeze may have dropped.
I agree.
Just a little, which, who knows, it might make it a little bit easier for the players to control the ball.
I agree. No, it's tough conditions. It's amazing the wind makes it very challenging to put the ball down onto your boot to try and guide it.
Yes.
So now here is...
And especially, Andrew, with a smaller, lighter ball of the size, I think it's size 4, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, it does float around just that little bit, but of course it's a beautiful ball, the IGA Sharon, Duff.
Oh, this is Sharon.
You know, have a look at it. Just a beauty.
We'll have to have a look at the logo on there if we can. We'll get it nice.
Or some might be the IGA Burleys and the IGA Sharons.
Oh, look at this.
Comes straight over the back. Nice work there by Brighton. I think they decided, Duff, that when they have the breeze, they want to be nice and direct. And that's the way they've gone about it. So here is Lauderdale from deep in their defensive area. What do you think of those lilac boots, Duff?
Which boots?
Lilac.
Look, I haven't really had a good glance yet.
Well, you have a look at those.
Prefer the old traditional black myself.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there is Henderson streaming out of the ground. Apologies. There's just been a little bit of confusion. I think there's been a few number changes here for Lauderdale, Duff, that I'll just have to clarify at halftime. I thought I got the lowdown there at quarter time, but I think there's just been 1 or 2 more changes. So sorry if I do call the wrong name. And of course, the players of this ilk, Duff, I should know them all by first name basis now.
Sure.
But we're just getting to terms with it. We've only had them on coverage for the year, Duff, so by next year we'll have it down pat. We know this young man, Mafui, he's been a beauty so far. He's been just belligerent and barging his way through. But Brighton, through a good chain of handballs, back through the centre here, just hooks that one on. Now that was Whitney. Whitney gets it inside. Look at that big, strong tackle there, Duff. There is the lilac boots on display. And there's the man bun going around there. That was Best. Best to go in again. He's bumped aside there because of a more determined Jet Evans who comes in, and on that skews that one around the check side. Beautiful goal there by Benny Giddis, Stuff. So Giddis has put that one through beautifully.
Giddis is wearing those traditional black boots I was talking about.
Yes, there they are. As we see here on the Mood Food replay, Duff, that was a good bullocking. But what about that one-handed pickup and a handball on the wrong side of the body by Jet Evans to set Ben Giddis up for that goal?
Yeah, nice.
That was terrific work.
Oh, they're up and about here. Look at those boots there.
That's the ones you like, Duff? Your traditional black boots. What was the first pair of boots that you had, Duff?
I can't remember the brand now. So long ago. It's mid to late 70s.
I reckon if that was the case, you would have had the black traditional four diamonds, and they would have been nail-in boots. How'd I go?
I think there might have been Adidas.
The Addy Dazzler low-cut 69ers like Hungry Bartlett. They were very popular.
Right.
Or the square-toed Jerker Jenkin mid-cut style, Duff.
Did you ever wear the ones that come up past the ankles?
Oh, you used to have a pair of those, and the studs used to be about 6 centimetres.
I remember the old days, the umpire used to come in and actually check your boots. Do they still do that these days?
No, absolutely they would come in, check your boots, because the nylon stud stuff that used to hammer in used to get a bit of a burr on them.
Oh, dangerous.
But nowadays they're the moulded soles, aren't they? They're more like sort of slippers.
Straight out of the big factory, the production line.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
It is as coming out. Gee whiz, that's terrific work there by Pace Main to just push that ball out, and nice work. But it's going to come back with interest. Oh, good spoil. But it's going to come back over towards Brighton. Oh, big, strong tackle, held quite long on that particular occasion, Duff. It's going to be interesting to see how that one is paid, and it is being paid for a ball up / throw in.
Yep, tricky one. That's an interesting car in the background. Look at that one, Andrew. The big, long orange one. We'll come back to that in a moment.
Well, you know what that one is, Duff, because that's a car carrier.
Oh, yes.
You just put the car on, so if the Duff TV van happened to break down, you'd call the van out. And here is Brighton taking a strong mark, and this is Rory Campbell. And Rory Campbell going back, just taking the time, and puts it through. Good goal by Campbell. And they are certainly, like you said, Duff, taking advantage of this wind. You said it was about a 4-goal wind, and they are 3 goals in 9 minutes.
Yeah, no, I did think they were favourites coming into this match, and a little bit quiet there on the scoreboard in the first quarter, going against that big breeze. But like you say, taking advantage of the wind now and doing very well, and we've still got 6 minutes to play in the second quarter.
We have indeed. So now, as that one we see on the Mood Food replay, nonchalantly, can you name another left foot famous left foot number 4 player played for Tasmania, Duff?
Royce Hart.
There it is, the Royce Hart.
I just love this vehicle.
I can get a sense of that, Duff, given where the camera tends to be going.
Yeah.
And the ball is back. It may be one of the Brighton players, Duff, who could be doing a bit of the old L plates on there, but it's come back in. Look out, here's the jet. Evans swoops on that one, goes back in towards the goal. He certainly is, Jet by name, and Nate, that's a ripping goal.
It's a Rolls Royce.
And the car horn stuff, do you reckon the big ute horn was honking?
Well, it's pointed the opposite direction. I dare say nobody's sitting in it, but tell you what, they're up and about now. 4 goals. They've gone bang, 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 bang.
They have, and it was Evans who just got the drop on McCready and was able to pick it up, turn it round, and put that one through, Duff. So that was a very, very nice goal.
Just need to get their hands on the ball here, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Need to get involved in the play a bit more, Lauderdale. Just doing a bit of sightseeing at the moment.
So now they are relentless in this quarter, Duff, aren't they? Absolutely relentless. As here is the Jet. Puts on the afterburners, gets it out. So they're working hard, was weeding for Lauderdale. Can't get it. Moresby was there as well. And a quick touch, I think, just before that one went through. So good defensive work there by Parkinson Brown. You can see here, and it just come in. It was the Falcon, Duff. I thought for a minute Parkinson Brown got the fingertip to it, but is he okay? Have a look here. Ready, set, bong.
I think he's got a few little stars going around his eyes.
He might have had the stars, the old Tweety bird above the bonds. So Mafui, strong mark, comes back indoors.
You can hear it. I think it might be his dad just below us out here near the commentary area.
Okay.
Just singing out the praises.
Very good. Comes back now to man bun best. Mafui trying to push his man out. Good strong play towards Moresby. Excellent work there by Taylor, but he's been dispossessed as that ball comes back in again. There's certainly been a lot of questions asked of the Lauderdale defence, Duff, as tucking it under his arm is Parkinson Brown. And he's been dispossessed by Henderson. Nice work by him. And good tackle. I think that was Taylor. Held quite long as weight of numbers. If there's 2 there, there's got to be a loose player somewhere as it comes over. What about that one, Duff? The inside out. Heard the call and hit the post. Wouldn't that have been a great goal, Duff?
Oh, isn't it great? Look at the spectators behind the goals there. A couple of the mums or the sisters, I think, are just really enjoying this afternoon of footy. And why wouldn't you? It doesn't cost you anything to come.
How clever was that kick, Duff? He heard the call and he's gone the inside, outside, over the shoulder kick.
I tell you what, they did everything but kick the goal for us.
Gee whiz, that was almost fantastic play, as that was Weeding who was dispossessed. But they are going hard as the handball from Jet comes further afield to Mason Whitney, and Whitney has put it through for the minor score. But I tell you what, they are irrepressible in this second quarter, aren't they, Duff, as the Brighton Robins?
They are peppering the goals.
They certainly are. So if there was any doubt that breeze is favouring the Jezza Jones end, I think everything's named after Jezza Jones here, isn't it?
I think so.
The Jezza Jones complex, the canteen, the tower, even the road that comes past the complex.
People are wondering out there, who is Jezza Jones? I'll tell you what, we'll get a picture up of him later on.
We will get a picture up of him. He's a big man, isn't he, Duff?
Yeah.
Like he must stand in the old language about 6'3". So what's that? 193 odd centimetres or something. Maybe he's even more.
Tell you what, good chance here by Lauderdale. Oh, the bounce of the ball though, and out they come. They're still on.
Burgess overruns. Coming strong play there by Davis. He's been dispossessed. In comes Harry Brown with a big strong tackle. So they're really trying to hold that ball in. There is Angus Curran. Another handball comes over. Need to get their eyes transfixed on the onion if they can. Ball's now in dispute. And a nice mark taken there by the Bombers.
And I don't mind the umpiring here. They're just letting things go. Those 50-50 ones, it's been very well umpired, this match.
It is. Morrisby, big, long kick. And just through for the minor score. But that was much better play by the Bombers, Duff.
Yeah, no, that was all very positive.
So it was Morrisby just tried to get that ball to the advantage of his teammates. Couldn't quite get it through, but ball comes out towards the wing position. At the back there was Waller, tried to pull that one in. Again, trying to show some more strength at the back, and well played by Brighton. Goes down more towards that wing position. Arching in the back now is clever kick back over the top, and taking the mark there is Morrisby. Morrisby kicks it in towards the full forward area. They need a big mark. Almost taken there by Cade Davis. He's been dispossessed. Good spoil when the last throws of this second quarter. Very interesting quarter. Kicked off the ground by Evans. And we know he'll go again, Duff. It's getting close. Oh, look at the pickup by this man. And goes back inside, but it's too late. And it is half-time here as we check the Brighton's best Bakehouse scoreboard. It is Brighton 4-5-29 to Lauderdale. And no goals, 6 behind, 6. For Brighton, Duff, it is Jet Evans with 2, Rory Campbell with a single, and Ben Gittis with another single. But a very, very entertaining game so far, Duff.
I just think they teamed up really, really well in that second quarter. Brighton, it was, what were they, 4 points down, I think,
yes,
quarter time. And just really started winning the ball out of the middle, and what's his name? Young Jet Evans down at centre-half forwards. Probably the difference in the two sides.
I love the way he runs around, Duff. He picks the ball up so cleanly below his knees, and that's something to behold. There he is, number 1, Jet Evans. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying the coverage here from Brighton. We are very much enjoying bringing it to you. So it's all smiles over there, Duff, from the coaching. But we are going to take a second break here, and we'll be back with the third quarter very shortly. 50 metre.
You've just got to go long, but try and still hit a target, don't you? You don't want to blast away.
Yep.
But you don't want to muck around with the ball with little short passes or anything.
I absolutely agree, Duff. You've certainly got to lower your eyes. That's a really good tackle. Holding the ball, I think, on that particular occasion, best pie in the country, Thai chicken pies.
I'll tell you what, they're on here.
They are on here, and that was beautiful place by Pace Maney. Gets it back inside, but look, dodging back, taking a mark is Lovell. Gee, that was back inside. It is Brighton who picked that one up. That's Mason. Mason goes further. That's a really, really good mark by the Jet Evans, who goes back and will have a shot. He'll probably just come around here, Duff.
Jet Evans is a jet.
He's a ripper. He so far looks good. He's speedy. He's fleet of foot. He's going to do the traditional drop punt, Duff. That's a very unusual kick. But when you got a kick like that, the Jets' engines are up and about for Brighton, and that's the first goal. There's the lilac boots on display. There's the man bun going around there. That was Best to go in again. He's bumped aside there because of a more determined Jet Evans who comes in, and on that skews that one around the check side. Beautiful goal there by Benny Giddis, Duff. So Giddis has put that one through beautifully.
Giddis is wearing those.
So if the Duff TV van happened to break down, you'd call the van out. And here is Brighton taking a strong mark. And this is Rory Campbell. And Rory Campbell going back, just taking the time, and puts it through. Good goal by Campbell. And they are certainly, like you said, Duff, taking advantage of this wind. You said it was about a 4-goal wind, and they are, you name another famous left foot number 4 player played for Tasmania, Duff.
Royce Hart.
There it is, Royce Hart.
I just love this vehicle.
I can get a sense of that, Duff, given where the camera tends to be going.
Yeah.
And the ball is back. It may be one of the Brighton players, Duff, who could be doing a bit of the old L plates on there, but it's come back in. Look out, here's the Jet. Evans swoops on that one, goes back in towards the goal. He certainly is, Jet by name, and Nate, that's a ripping goal.
It's a Rolls Royce.
And the car horn stuff, do you reckon Taylor held quite long as weight of numbers? If there's 2 there, there's got to be a loose player somewhere as it comes over. What about that one, Duff? The inside out, heard the call and hit the post. Wouldn't that have been a great goal, Duff?
Oh, isn't it great? Look at the spectators behind the goals there. A couple of the mums or the sisters, I think.
So welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the Thompson Oval, where we had a very entertaining game, and it was Brighton in that second quarter that really got a wriggle on with those goals. And just looking around, I'll just check with my very dear friend up there with the weather wall.
Yes.
Can you just tell me what is happening in the weather conditions now?
I'm just trying to get my camera going. The weather. I think it's dropped a little bit.
Yes.
I'd still say it's at least a 2-goal breeze going to the left of screen. But
there's no doubt about it. I think the worst of the wind is over. But don't contend with wind if you are Lauderdale. You've got to contend with Jet Evans, who's been really, really one of the better players so far for the Brighton team as it comes well over the back, running hard as it Thorpe dispossessed by a strong Mafui, and he has been paid the free kick.
That'd be like running into a freight train on the Midlands Highway.
It certainly would. A double B Barwick's truck full of landscape supplies coming down the highway, Duff, that would be.
And look at the unit here, number 21.
Yeah, we spoke about him a few minutes ago, Cade Davies. He's one of your favourite players in the under 14A2 division. You like the way he goes about his work, don't you?
And I like his haircut.
He's got that under-over look. He's got the flick, just to keep the flick, but there's not a lot around the ears, Duff. So here he comes. Kicks with those longer shorts.
I tell you what.
And he's put it straight through the middle. That's just the fillip that Lauderdale needed, Duff.
Oh, good goal there for the Bombers, Andrew. And, great start to the third quarter.
So big Cade Davis, the 2 big pillars of the Bombers, your Mafui and your Davis, really did a great job to pluck that one and put it through. It's one thing, Duff, to go and take the mark, but you've got to go back and kick the goals, and that was a very nice kick at goal.
Yeah, I tell you what, they have answered the coach's orders at the early stage of this 3-quarter time, because he wasn't happy at half-time, the coach of Lauderdale. It was closed doors.
Here it is.
Closed doors, Andrew.
Yes, but I got in there, Duff, and I'll tell you all about that in a minute. And that's a lovely mark by Weeding. Very professional outfit. George Sterling, Super Coach Sterling, he just stands back and he's like the conductor of an orchestra. He's got coaches everywhere, and they take they just take control of your backs, your mids, your forwards and the like.
It's like that, is it?
And then all of a sudden, at the last minute, he just sort of taps the baton down and they come in, a well-oiled machine in there, Duff. Very, very impressive. So now, look at the great mark taken there by Waller. Waller comes back into a very unselfish player. Thankfully takes
touched.
after... Touched, was it?
Oh, it sounded... Was it?
Through she goes, Duff. My goodness gracious me. Let's have a look at that one in the Mood Food replay.
I thought it was touched. You tell me.
Oh, no. Straight through. Let's have a look here at the Mood. Beautiful play there by Waller. As Waller came back into Weeding. And Weeding has popped that one through. Did you want to go the slow-mo, Duff?
No. Maybe I heard something else. So the name Waller. Now, I remember that name from a few years back. Kane Waller.
Kane Waller was not a bad footballer, but I think he's been outdone by his wife, Duff.
Right.
She is an absolute cracker. She's as hard as a cat's head. And Emma plays in the centre at the moment for the Leiden Lady Bombers, and she's a beauty. And, of course, Kane Waller as well. I think he only won the best and fairest about 4 or 5 times, Duff, at Lauderdale. He's a cracker of a player. And young Kyden is running his own race, and he provided a very nice centre just a few minutes ago, didn't he?
I tell you what, they've got their tails up now, the Bombers.
Well, here they coming. Here is Henderson, or is Hendo to his mate, Duff. He gets the quick soccer off the ground, but Brighton with a beautiful pickup and coming out of trouble just to steady the flow of attack from the Bombers. They need to really get their noses in front, Duff, I would have thought, the Bombers, for three-quarter time.
I tell you what, they've done very well here as they're building, coming back up at the centre half forward.
They are, Duff, and that was Mason Whitney gets inside, and here come... But, just unfortunately got in good position that time to mark was McCready, but couldn't bring it in. And it might have been a little bit front on. The umpire is there saying play on. I think that what was the instruction, Duff.
Was it?
And it has now gone out towards that wing position. Brilliantly worked there by Brighton. Nice handball. Here is the Jet. Comes back inside, and a little kick. Gee, deft kick there, Duff, wasn't it?
Just 15 metres, but I tell you what, he's got such good poise about himself.
He has. As Giardi goes in, comes, look out there, over the back. If Brighton can pick it, they do. Bit of a shimmy, just keeping it in. Goes the inside out from what would be, I'm going to say, the impossible angle, and through for the minor score. So good attack. Good counter-attack there, Duff, by the Brighton team.
A couple of good build-ups there, and look at the scoreboard, 30-19. So they've still got the handy lead. They just love a steadying goal at the moment.
Yeah, they would, but it is Parkinson Brown. Big, long kick. Only goes as far as the Brighton offensive player coming in. Lovely shepherd being provided there by Waller. But it is Brighton who's being rewarded for that free kick. That was Giardi. Giardi again with the smother. Good cut of a lad. Waller has taken potentially just a tad high, but the umpire was slightly blindsided, and now they get it out, and here they come again. They're fighting very, very hard. That was Whitney. Whitney for Brighton gets it back inside. Handballing a little bit into trouble, into space. That was terrific there by Tyson Hill. Hill. All wrapped up. There is the Jet, and well played to hold the Jet up there by the Bombers.
There is the super coach,
Sterling.
So there's a few assistant coaches there by the looks of it, Andrew.
There are a flotilla of assistant coaches there, Duff. As Brighton, big, long roost. Doesn't quite go to position. As the quick tick by Parkinson Brown. Just onto the side there, comes back indoors, rather fortuitous, and Mason takes that mark. I'll tell you what, Mason has gone the long roost, back over. Good tackle there being applied by Picken, and it's through for the minor score. So now that ball has been locked inside the Brighton 50. It's Parkinson Brown. runs his full measure. Long roost. That breeze, Duff, has really petered out a bit now, hasn't it?
Now we've got the beautiful sun coming along just to the right of screen here, coming down the Valley of Love.
We really need to enjoy these mild climatic conditions, Duff, because I understand we might have rain, snow and everything by Wednesday.
Is that right? Okay.
So enjoy it while we've got it. We've still got the T-shirt on and the shorts, showing off our tan from the summer. As the ball comes back over, held as Brighton kick that ball in. Well played there by Richards, further afield, goes towards the goal and just the minor score. So Brighton doing a good job peppering away at the moment, Duff.
Certainly are, but I think that's another 3 behinds in a row. So
yes.
4-8. Couldn't be as bad as my Saints last night. I think it was 4 goals 18 and they lost by a behind.
Very
By
interesting
1 point.
conditions to play in, Duff, in the tropics at night time.
No, get the footy down here in Tasmania. I say get it away from there.
There is Henderson. Henderson goes back indoors. He comes to get it again. Here comes Henderson. Big, long kick. Trying to find Davis. Can't quite get it. Defending stoutly there is Thorpe. Thorpe goes the low burner. Only goes as far as Richards for Lauderdale. Richard arches the back, comes back inside. It's going to come over the back. Who's the first one there? There is Marfui. Tries to apply the tackle. Trying to get it out now. The big fella just providing the bump. Well played by Weeding to the advantage of Davis. It's very close to the line and it's kicked in off there, off Brown. And it will be a ball up into the attacking area of the Lauderdale Bombers, Duff.
What sort of truck do you reckon that is?
I reckon that's a Chevrolet.
Is it?
Without Duff, that's a Chevrolet. I'm tipping a 77 Chevrolet, if I'm not correct, by the wide berth of the grille, Duff. So there it is. If you want to know about your cars, just ask the old Silver Fox. As arching the back and only going as far there as Picken. Picken, always known for his trusted left boot, comes over the back. Look out, here is Weeding. He is dispossessed. Maybe quick kick. Can Lauderdale surge here? Try and get it out to an area of danger. Mafui. Back to Mafui. He needs to go the left footer. That might have gone.
I think it's touched.
I'm not sure if that umpire was putting the sun out of his eyes, Duff.
Well, he was in.
He's no man's land.
He was caught out a little bit behind the line. I'm not sure if he was checking his phone or what he was doing, but
he had the sunglasses
he
on.
glanced up. Oh, here comes the ball.
He's put the hand up with the second hand thinking, oh, that's touched, or was he just shading his eyes? But anyway, the result is the one behind, as Jaden Wright was there and dispossessed, and a very slick pick-up by Picken. Comes further afield to Henderson as the Bombers go back inside, but that willy-nilly kick, Duff, to no man. They've got to lower the eyes a bit and I think look for one of their teammates.
Need to work on that one at training, I think. Coach Sterling, he'll get the witches' hats out and he'll be putting the boys through their drills at training during the week on that one.
It's an interesting one, Duff. In fact, I had the exact same drill, had the girls running through the centre in the run and carry, and they had to go bring the eyes up and the shallow entry into the 50.
Oh, so you're a coach as well, eh?
Just do a little bit of coaching, Duff. As that ball goes end over end, Brighton, they're a big chance if they can pick this one up. It's Thorpe, goes the kick around, and he knew exactly what he was doing was Bo Thorpe, and he is absolutely cock-a-hoop with that kick, Duff.
And how's the celebration?
I think he was probably more surprised than we were. He's gone the spiral. And have a look at this, because it is like from left to right. That's an off cutter. It's a Mirrally Dirren. Here he goes. Whoop! Kick. Ready? Here it comes. Bang! Through for a goal.
Now look at the replay. Look at the celebration though.
Oi! Up she goes.
Once.
Twice. 3 times a lady. There it is again. He's gone the triple treat, Duff. And I think he was a bit most disappointed that he couldn't go again. But that is a celebration. Brilliant work there.
I tell you what, they needed that goal.
They
It's
did.
just got them out now, 18 points. It's going to make it difficult
We'll
for
just
Lauderdale
check
from
that
here.
Duff on the Brighton's best Bakehouse. I'm going to call in and get a pie on the way home
dear.
on the main road. 5.838 to 2.820. The only problem is, Duff, if I get out early enough, because I know every punter here will be going into Brighton's best Bakehouse on the way home. Is it Barwick? Here's danger signs as they pick that one up. And kicking it clearly through was Zeke Mason. And haven't they had a couple of great minutes here, Duff?
Oh, I tell you what, he's got a bit of strut about himself, hasn't he, too? I reckon he practices that dribble kick.
I tell you what, though, Duff, he hasn't got the celebration going like big Rory Campbell.
No, that celebration's a little bit disappointing.
Have a look at this.
Good goal.
That's a clever kick, isn't it, Duff? I know that you're not a big fan of that type of thing, Duff. You like to just sort of see the traditional drop punch, square the shoulders up and run in, truly. But it was a pretty good sort of kick, Duff.
Yeah, it's quite dynamic when they pull it off and they do it correctly.
Oh, yeah, no, he's obviously practiced that. And there he is, Waller. He's really coming into his own as Kyden Waller, as that ball comes well over the back to attempt at smother. Here goes Muffui trying to run to it, but chipping is Morrisby. Morrisby goes the long bomb. It's going from 40 out, and it's just gone to the side, the wrong side of the post and through for the minor score, Duff.
Just one of those days in front of goal, I think. I mean, it was a good kick on goal. It's just the bounce went the wrong way, and it takes them up to 2-9-21.
Yes.
They are half of St Kilda's score from last night. St
Kilda, they didn't quite get the chocks. I think your second team, my first team, the Carlton Blues, got up though, Duff.
Oh, who'd they beat?
Not a lot. North Melbourne. They were basically playing witches' hats.
How many points?
Here they go again, and that is nicely played there by Mansell. Close to the line, can they? Oh, he's run the ball. Has to try and keep going. They've got the numbers if they can. Have a look at that goal umpire, Duff, really keeping a close eye on it. Trying to burst their way through, back to the area of danger. And this could be a real good opportunity to score a goal, but Lauderdale really doing well, and that was Zach Pace Maney clearing, but it's going to come back with interest. Low towards the goals, Duff. Yes. And touched on the line. It is touched. I thought for a minute the goal umpire was clapping a goal.
That gentleman, he's done a great job.
Oh, very good.
On there.
And hey, look at his face, Duff. Yeah. Very serious, earnest.
Yeah. He's one of those dads, I reckon, that actually practices on the night before and in the morning before the match.
Without a doubt. He's got that look about him,
right in front of the mirror.
And we like to see that as Lockie Parkinson Brown really roosts that one as it goes out wide, just breaking a tackle, screwing it around, coming back towards the attacking area. There is McCready. McCready has been dispossessed, and that's the check side. Surely couldn't go through from there, and it hasn't, as it has gone out of bounds. Definitely running out of time now, as it's just clicked over for the 15 minutes. So the umpire just waiting for the ball to throw it aloft. In fact, I think that was confirmation, Duff, that siren has gone somewhat belatedly. Oh, that was almost shades of UTAS Oval in that great game. I think it was that the Saints and Fremantle?
Yes, yeah.
Siren saga. Oh, surely we'll have to have a word to Jessa Jones about that.
Yes, I know.
The Jessa Jones siren didn't go. As we can see there, the people sitting on their right, and that's the beauty about this oval, Duff, isn't it? You've got your grandstands there, you've got the Jessa Jones grandstand, and you've got the Jessa Jones hill there where you can just sit on the rug and enjoy some of the beautiful gravy and chips up here. Or, of course, you can have the takeaway from Brighton's best bakehouse. It is Brighton 6-9-45 to Lauderdale 2-9-21. So can Coach Sterling pull a rabbit out of the hat? Well, that's all in front of him as we look forward to the last quarter when we return very, very shortly.
This program brought to you by IGA, where the locals matter.
today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
Brighton's best bakehouse. Love that homemade taste. Brighton's best bakehouse. Delicious in every way. Loving the taste. Love it homemade. Their own recipes. Freshly baked. Brighton's best bakehouse. Love that homemade taste.
So we're back here at Brighton Oval, the Thompson Oval at the Brighton complex. I think it's one of about 3, Duff, isn't it?
It's what, sorry, Andrew?
One of 3?
Yeah, 3 football grounds out here, and also they double up as cricket grounds as well, don't they?
Oh yeah, no, it's just absolutely fantastic facility up here in Brighton. So now we are into the last quarter. Do you think that Lauderdale have it in them, Duff, to make the comeback?
Oh, it's going to be a hard ask. Very hard ask. The breeze has picked up again. I'd say, yeah. I don't like their chances, Andrew.
Yeah, it's interesting, Duff, because
Up the Dale.
it was, oh, well, there you go, a little bit of up the Dale, Duff, on the effects microphone, getting very much behind the game. But anyway, I think you're quite right. As you just check your weather wall, I'm just looking at the weather wall now, and it does show that that blustery conditions have picked up, Duff.
Yeah, no, it was sort of like not as strong in that third quarter going with the home team. Going with Lauderdale's way.
Do you think that the great Jezza Jones just organised the weather as well?
Oh, well, he's a god out here, isn't he? So he's capable of doing
goodness
anything.
Gracious. So that's a big, long kick that goes into the square. And look at the adoring crowd just loving that. The kick around the body by Zeke Mason has popped that one through. There's some very interesting names in there, Duff.
Yeah.
Things that you remember. You got your Jets, you got your Zekes, you got your Felixes, your Bows, your Rorys. As that ball comes in up above the pack, maybe off about 10 hands, but a great mark, Duff. That was a cracker of a mark, wasn't it?
A bit like Jonathan Brown. The boys watching this probably don't really remember Jonathan Brown, but
his big barrel
you
chest.
know, in the pack, you know, he'd 2 bites of the cherry, he'd always grab it, Brownie.
Wasn't he a beauty?
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about that. And there on the bottom of the screen, Duff, some of our very, very dear friends. We thank them for their support of junior football, because Barwick's Wholesale Retail Landscaping Supplies are the naming right partners. We thank them very, very much for all the assistance they give us, Duff. They're a cracker company, aren't they?
They are. Look at that, twice in a row now. Young Jets got the ball out and gone bang down towards the Brighton goal. And guess what? They got another one.
That was well played by Jack Bell. He got the front and centres about him, didn't he, Duff?
He did, but I think that's been a masterstroke because he's a little bit quieter in that third quarter.
Yes.
Getting back involved, probably the best player out of the 2 teams out in the field. Getting back in the centre, and it's paying off for the Robins.
Yep. You and I spoke off camera, didn't we? You were saying to me, why didn't Jack Bell get put in there? And sure enough, there's no doubt about, Duff, you have been watching / filming junior football for a long time, and you have made the right moves. So Brighton, with a couple of really goals, might have put this game to bed, Duff.
Yeah, I was referring to Jet you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, and Jack Bell was the other fella you said as well,
Gotcha.
didn't you? You like Jack as well. I apologise,
Yeah.
but Jet, of course, was the main conversation piece that you were speaking about, as that ball now is in dispute. I think they're talking about putting up on that hill there, Duff, a wine bar.
Oh, really?
Yep, which I like the idea of, a wine bar up there. There's a few vineyards around and a few distilleries. Just over here is Sheen, and they're talking about so you can have your umbrellas up. You sit on your Jezza Jones tweed blanket and sit and watch the footy.
Yeah.
Of course, that's drinking very responsibly.
Of course.
And enjoy some of the delights up here at Brighton. Wonderful place. You'd call in to the IGA supermarket just down there and get a few makins for lunch, and then some pies and savouries, of course, from Brighton's best bakehouse, and then up you come and have a great day out here at the Brighton complex. And it's been very, very good football all day, Duff, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, this is game 5 of 5. So, it all started at 9 a.m. for Jerry and I down there, our technical assistant, and we've been going all day. We've had a great day. What else would you want to be doing on a Sunday?
The only thing I did hear Jerry say a minute ago, he was hoping there was going to be another match, Duff. But there is Felix Williams, who flipped that one over, couldn't quite get it through. He was just wondering, the lights have come on. He said, is there any chance we could have a couple more games?
Yeah. Look at those lights there. Look, it's all happening out here at Brighton.
There they are, the lights. They look somewhat resplendent, don't they? They provide really good visuals of an evening, don't they, Duff?
No, it just gives the game a little bit more spark as it edges towards, what is it, about 4:30 now?
Yes, 5 to 4, Duff. 10 to 4. 5. 10 to 5, I apologise. So you're right, just a little bit later than what you thought. Of course, we're closing in on those wintry months with second month of autumn. Here is Brighton as they try to really stamp their authority on the game. That one's been a little bit wide, and it will be a kick here to Lauderdale. They decide to roll the dice and look for the running player. That was Picken who went the kick. Picken back out to McCready. Big strong tackle as Waller picks that one up. But unfortunately, before Waller can get the kick off, there was a free kick going there, Duff, for a good strong tackle by Benny Gittes.
Yeah, and good umpiring. Just going to make him kick over his mark here, but it was also a great decision, wasn't it?
Let's have a look, Duff. Good strong tackle. Oh, yes. So if you want to put holding the ball, Duff, just watch that replay. Perfect example of how the umpire was there. Didn't dispose of that ball correctly. It was a lovely tackle, pulled backly, rolled the player safely in the crocodile style, and is rewarded with the kick. Everything was perfect about that, Duff.
Yep.
As far as your tackle's concerned. So now here goes Benny Gittes. Of course, he is a goal kicker. Oh, and he goes the barrel and just hit the post, I think, and through for the minor score. Gee, the crowd loved that too, didn't they, Duff? You can see the official Brighton photographer. Look at that. Barreled right against the pole. Terrific work. So we are 6 minutes light into this game. Of course, the 15-minute quarters, Duff.
Of course, it's like we're in junk time already. I think they've just put the cue on the rack here, Lauderdale. Gone, no, we can't win this one.
Well, you'd like to think they'll keep at it. That isn't thunder, is it, Duff? That's the breeze getting up. Or the wind howling as it is now. And Noah Picken goes back in the lilac boots and takes the mark. Goes on his trusted left boot, but chipping in there all but taking the marks was Felix Williams. Couldn't do so. Waller there just overruns that one, but he goes back in to try and get it again. There he is. Just puts the big boots in. There's Zach Pace Main. Can't quite pick it up. Good running by Waller. He's been rewarded as he gets the kick. That's how hard it is, Duff, with the breeze comes up, doesn't it? If you don't get that ball really close to your boot. Comes in towards the centre half forward position for Brighton. There is Felix Williams, and Williams goes in long and hard and low and right to Zeke Mason, whom we know can kick a goal.
Yeah, he's got full forward written all over him, doesn't he?
Oh, yes. So he's just looking around now, just making sure that he's just checking the breeze, Duff. And he goes in and,
it's a shocker.
My goodness. You know what, Duff?
No, he passed it.
I think he passed that off because it's the way he looked around.
Yeah.
He was looking for guidance from Supercoach Williams, and I think he just heard the call, pass it off, and that's what he did. They're clever at doing that sort of stuff. As Felix Williams now, he is in the forward pocket, and Williams goes back and drills that one through. That's a very, very fine kick for goal by that young man. As we'll see here on the Mood Food replay. Let's have a look at this. just straight off. And there he goes for a big, strong marks by Williams.
And of course, that was quite an acute angle. They're easy
Very
to miss
tough
those
angle.
ones.
Oh, yeah, and the wrong side for the right foot, Duff. But he went back, took his time, and slotted that one through for a goal. So well played by the young fella as the ball comes back into the middle. You can see the grandstand just starting to filter out now, Duff. That was pretty much full at the start of the game. So some of the crowd now just trying to beat the traffic out. As Lauderdale, they'll fight hard. That stands to reason. If they're coached by George Sterling, they'll never give it away, Duff. Yeah, it's a good, strong tackle. That's the sort of thing that builds belief and gives the team a bit of confidence. And it's going to be a free kick. No, it's going to be a ball up. There it is. It's thrown up. It is now kicked off the ground by Lauderdale. Maybe again as Sebastian Henderson tries to pick it up. It's been good tackle on Moresby, dispossessed, and here they go again to Brighton. That's a really good kick, a nice mark by Wright. So within 2 kicks from deep into defence, they are right in the attacking zone now. Good pick up by McCready. McCready gets that kick away out towards the open spaces, but Williams picks it up. Williams goes deep into the attack. That's a really good mark too, taken by Picken. Some really good marking here, Duff. Some clean possessions, no fumbling. So it's a treat to watch that. As a big long kick towards the goal is off to the side by Blake Brown and through for the minor score. So we've got 5 minutes to go in the last game in what's been I think 5 games in the under 14 division. Is there any one team that takes your fancy, Duff, when you've seen them all?
Oh, well, earlier on the Clarence side in the A1, oh, tell you what, they were hot.
Yeah,
very hard team to beat that one in that competition.
2 Clarence teams there, Duff. So it'll be interesting to see, and it's great to see that what they've done at Clarence. They've got 2 very even teams because they've got a very good squad, and it's great to see them going well. Here is Waller. Waller gets in, very unselfish by Waller, sees a player in better position, so gives that one off to Jackie Upton. Unfortunately, wasn't rewarded with that passage of play, as it is now the Jet comes in. He picks it up, sees the long one back down in the square, so he goes long towards the leading forward, can't quite bring it in. But they've got plenty of numbers around the ball there as they coming back inside. Well played by Bell. Bell defeated this time by the very much the diminutive Angus Curran for Lauderdale. The interesting thing sometimes in this division, Duff, is the development size of the boys. So you get your small lads and then you get your big strong fellas. They grow in different increments through the years, don't they?
They do, but they can shoot up in the space of no time.
Yeah, so there's a bit of an injury here, Duff. That one might have come back into the face, I think.
Yeah.
So just taking his time. So where did you sit on that, Duff? Were you very slight of body and developed late? Or were you a big, strong rooster who just never grew out of your skin?
Well, interesting. I could actually jump, and I was a mid-sized player who played in the ruck. But then when I got to about 17, I stopped growing.
Yes.
And I found it very difficult as we went into the under 17s and 19s. And I realised my best football was behind me. So I retired.
Yeah, no, that's good, Duff. I think you've got to look after your fingers.
Oh, yes. I've got into the guitar
playing and
yes.
your piano according and your filming, your thespians type activities that you do now, as that's a big long kick there by Brighton, close to the line, and never giving up was Noah Picken with that good punch towards the boundary line. So that's a really good thing for him deep into this to keep on going.
And Andrew, if I can quickly ask you, so the fans know about your football career, you played on the wing, I believe, very outside player.
Oh, yeah, I was ahead of my time, Duff. Back then, I was probably classed as a sook. Didn't like the hard ball. I was one of those running players, Duff, that just had a big engine. I would have been a genius in modern day football, but back in the 80s, definitely played in the sook position.
Here I am, I'm over here.
Yeah, a bit of that work. As that one comes out, here is Waller. He's been pretty good, Waller. Oh, taken high, and he'll be rewarded for his. That's great work there by young Waller.
Yeah, I tell you what, his dad, Kane, now he was a strong footballer.
Very strong footballer.
In and under, get it.
Yep. It goes within the genes of the Waller, and same with Mum.
And where's Mum play on the field?
Oh,
midfield?
Midfield, in and under. She was a cracker of a sports person. Every sport she's done, played the semi-professional basketball with the Chargers stuff, and
yeah, of course.
Very, very good player. Of course, her lineage is from the Dennis dynasty down at Lauderdale. They were very good sports people. And so young Kyden, I'm sure he'll really be, he's a fine young man.
Here goes the Dale.
Here they go. Just really sprinting towards the ball. The big fella's just overrun it, but he's gone back to get it. Trying hard is Davis. Oh, maybe didn't have it, but he provides a good spoil. There is Waller running really hard, trying to apply some pressure. Comes back inboard. They got some numbers now. That was Upton, but Brighton take that quick kick. Back over, here's Mafue, just drops the bonce. Goes back in to get it again. Trying again is Brighton. Handball back over. Goes the back inside, outside to Jaden Wright. Wright back in towards the centre of the ground. There is Henderson. Henderson with that magnificent mullet. That gets the 3 votes on the mullet department today, Duff. Is dispossessed.
Sure. Let's have a look at it.
There it is. Let's zoom in on that.
Yeah, forget the football.
That is very much all business at the front and plenty of party out the back.
Hey,
as we can see there.
That is a mullet.
Free-flowing in the wind as the siren has gone here, ladies and gentlemen, at Jessa Jones Park. It is checking the Brighton's best Bakehouse scoreboard, which shows Brighton 9-13-67, defeating Lauderdale 2-9-21. For Brighton, Duff, it was Jet Evans with the best of field performance with 2 goals, Zeke Mason 2. It is Bell, Gittis, Williams and Campbell singles, and for the vanquished Lauderdale it was Weeding and Davis with singles each. So at the end of the day, a very comfortable victory here, Duff, for the home team Brighton.
It was, but I tell you what, football was the winner, and the Lauderdale boys, they're probably a bit disappointed, but they'll take this one on the chin, Hoppy. They'll get themselves down to training under Supercoach Sterling during the week.
Oh yes,
and they'll improve from this, don't you worry. It'll be a very good learning experience, as you say.
I think so too. So we hope you, ladies and gentlemen, have enjoyed the coverage here from Brighton in the Barwick's STJFL season for 2022. We want to say again a very, very warm thank you to our friends Barwick's Wholesale Retail Landscaping Supplies, the IGA supermarkets. I think there's about 88 odd stores around. Shop locally and support IGA supermarkets. Zambrero, beautiful Mexican food. Bennett's Petroleum and Mood Food. I'll be going in there in a minute, Duff. I have to get a little bit of fuel to get my way home to Brighton. And of course, Brighton's best Bakehouse for all their great support. That's all from Martin Duffy and Big Jerry just sitting over next to me, although he wants to stay on. Jerry, you have to go home.
What's Jerry do down there? What was he doing?
Oh, he makes the cups of teas to keep me going. So okay. Jerry's done a great job with On the Urn. And you, Duff, up there on the camera. So we hope that you've enjoyed the coverage. We look forward to when we come to you next. That's all from the Silver Fox, and have a very, very good week. Back running hard is it Thorpe. Dispossessed by a strong Mafue, and he has been paid the free kick.
That'd be like running into a freight train on the Midlands Highway.
It certainly would. A double B Barwick's truck full of landscape supplies coming down the highway, Duff, that would be.
And look at the unit.
Backs, your mids, your forwards and the like.
It's like that, is it?
And then all of a sudden, at the last minute, he just sort of taps the baton down and they come in, a well-oiled machine in there, Duff. Very, very impressive. So now, look at the great mark taken there by Waller. Waller comes back into a very unselfish player. Thankfully takes
touched.
after... Touched, was it?
Oh, it sounded... Was it?
Through she goes, Duff. My goodness gracious me. Let's have a look at that one in the Mood Food replay. Exact same drill. Had the girls running through the centre in the run and carry, and they had to go bring the eyes up and the shallow entry into the 50.
Oh, so you're a coach as well, eh?
Just do a little bit of coaching, Duff. As that ball goes end over end, Brighton, they're a big chance. if they can pick this one up. It's Thorpe, goes the kick around, and he knew exactly what he was doing was Bo Thorpe, and he is absolutely cock-a-hoop with that kick, Duff.
And how's the celebration?
I think he was probably more surprised than we were. Duff, if I get out early enough, because I know every punter here will be going into Brighton's best bakehouse on the way home. Is it Barwick? Here's danger signs as they pick that one up. And kicking it clearly through was Zeke Mason. And haven't they had a couple of great minutes here, Duff?
Oh, I tell you what, he's got a bit of strut about himself, hasn't he, too? I reckon he practices that dribble kick.
I tell you what, though, Duff, he hasn't got the celebration.
With the home team. Going with Lauderdale's way.
Do you think that the great Jezza Jones just organised the weather as well?
Oh, well, he's a god out here, isn't he? So he's capable of doing anything.
Gracious. So that's a big, long kick that goes into the square. And look at the adoring crowd just loving that. The kick around the body by Zeke Mason has popped that one through. There's some very interesting names in there, Duff. Wholesale Retail Landscaping Supplies are the naming right partners. We thank them very, very much for all the assistance they give us, Duff. They're a cracker company, aren't they?
They are. Look at that, twice in a row now. Young Jets got the ball out and gone bang down towards the Brighton goal. And guess what? They got another one.
That was well played by Jack Bell. He got the front and centres about him, didn't he, Duff?
He did, but I think that's been a master stroke because he's a little bit...
So he's just looking around now, just making sure that he's just checking the breeze, Duff. And he goes in.
It's a shocker.
My goodness. You know what, Duff?
No, he passed it.
I think he passed that off because it's the way he looked around.
Yeah.
He was looking for guidance from Supercoach Williams, and I think he just heard the call, pass it off. And that's what he did. They're clever at doing that sort of stuff. As Felix Williams now, he is in the forward pocket. Williams goes back and drills that one through. That's a very, very fine kick for goal by. Gets that kick away out towards the open spaces, but Williams picks it up. Williams goes deep into the attack. That's a really good mark too, taken by Pickett. Free flowing in the wind as the siren has gone here, ladies and gentlemen, at Jezza Jones Park. It is checking the Brighton's best Bakehouse scoreboard, which shows Brighton 9-13-67, defeating Lauderdale 2-9-21. For Brighton, Duff,